is Helen Mitas from HypnoFit, and welcome to Top Tips Thursday. So last week I put up a post about asking you whether you knew what I would say are the two most important ingredients to your business success. And a whole heap of you guessed, and really good guesses actually, but nobody actually said the two things that I would say, which is quite surprising actually, given the amount of trainings that I've given. So if you are on the line, make sure that you let me know that you're here, say hello to me, say where you're from, and I'm going to talk about what these two things are, what the two ingredients are to your success. So let's get started. First of all, let's clarify, what does success mean? What is success? So it means something different for everybody. It doesn't necessarily mean a certain amount of clients per week, but it does mean that it gives you the financial freedom to make the choices that you want for your life. And so that's what I mean by success. What I mean by success is you have the financial freedom to do what it takes to make the impact that you need to make in your life. And so that's what I classify as success. So what are the two most important ingredients to your business success? Let's go with number one. So number one for me is courage. So you can learn all the trainings in the world, and you can learn all the skills about how to write up the perfect marketing copy. You can learn the exact phrases that you need to put onto your website. You can have the most perfect landing page there is. You can have the most amazing ad copy. But at the end of the day, if you don't have the courage to see things through, you're not going to have a successful business. So what do I mean by courage? What I mean by courage is the courage to speak up, the courage to say who you are and what you believe in, the courage to speak your truth, so that when you are speaking to people, it doesn't matter who they are, it could be friends, it could be family, you are speaking with authenticity and integrity, because they know what you believe in and they know what you stand for. So by speaking your truth, what does that mean? That means that you're putting yourself out there, that you're vulnerable. It means that you're actually putting yourself out there to be criticized, to be judged. Hey, Nikki. Hey, gorgeous. And that's what it means. It means that you need to have conversations about who you are and what you believe in, knowing that you will be criticized, knowing that some people will judge you, knowing that some people will think you're a Fruit Loop. But irrespective of all of that, having the courage to do that anyway, having the courage to do the uncomfortable, having the courage to put yourself outside your comfort zone and do things that scare you a little bit. Because as hypnotherapists, if we don't have the courage to do what it takes, then we're not a walking, talking example of what we help our clients do, which is step into their own power. So we need to have the courage to do all those things that make us uncomfortable, to have those conversations. So many people and so many business owners and so many therapists and so many hypnotherapists are hiding behind their computer, thinking, oh, if I write this newsletter in this perfect way with these magical hypnotic words, I'm going to be flooded with clients. It's not the way it works. You need to put yourself out there. You need to have conversations. You need to speak to people. You need to network. It's not just about handing over your business card and then running away. It's actually about speaking who you are, what you embody, who you help, and how you help them, and show them with example as to how you do that. So many of you would know that on my YouTube channel on Hypnosis Business Success, there are so many demonstrations where I didn't know who the person was that I was going to be doing a demonstration on. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I believed that everything would be fine, and I had the courage to do that. When I first started in business 12 years ago, the newspaper put up an article, the local newspaper put up an article about me as a therapist helping people with depression. That was 12 years ago when I first started, and I was, labeled as an expert in helping people overcome depression. Do you think that I copped flack from that? Do you think that people said, how dare she? Who does she think she is, saying she can help people with a mental illness? And yet, because of that article, I had so many people come to my clinic when I had just started off as a hypnotherapist. This was not an advertisement. This was me basically calling the newspapers, telling them what I did. This is me getting rejected. This is me getting rejected again, and having the courage to do that again. And yes, did I get haters? Did I get people say, how dare she? Who does she think she is? Of course I did. But it's not about that. It's not about worrying about what people are going to say about you. It's not about worrying about whether people believe you or not, or subscribe to your point of view, or think that you're going to do any good or you're not going to do any good. It's about you having the courage to stand up to what you believe in and what you do and how you can help people, and telling them that and speaking your truth, not hiding behind a frigging computer with some words. That's so courageous, these people that, write some posts about what they do and what they don't do, but you can't actually see them do anything. People need to see you do things. People need to see you step outside your comfort zone, personally and business-wise, so that they get who you are, that you do speak to your truth. And so courage is the number one key to success. Hey, Lily. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Efren and Nikki, of course. Courage is the number one key to success. Because without courage to fail, without courage to put yourself up for ridicule and put yourself up for rejection and judgment, then you're not speaking your truth or living your truth or telling the world, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is who I help. People cannot connect to you over a computer. People can't connect to you with newsletters and pamphlets and business cards. People can only connect to the person when they hear them speak, when they see them do things, when they hear their conversation, when they connect to them in a very personal way. Courage is needed for business success. You need to do things that you are uncomfortable doing. So you need to say things that you truly, truly believe, even though you're going to get flack from it. You need to step up. Think about all the people that you know in our community that are successful. Would you say they're courageous? Would you say they do things irrespective of what people would say about them? Absolutely, 100% yes. Every single successful business person has the courage to do what it takes. So that's the number one key to a successful business. I was really surprised nobody guessed it when everybody was guessing what the two most important ingredients are to your business success. Number one, courage. Number two, what's the number two? So number one, courage, and I've given you all the reasons as to why you need that for your business success. And for those of you who have missed it, make sure that you play this video back. It's really, really, really important, okay? And for those of you who don't get to see this live because you've got other things to do, make sure that you do send me an email at helen@helenmitas.com and ask to be part of my therapist list, because you will get a newsletter every week with this Top Tips Thursday. So you will get a newsletter every week, live Q&A, and heaps of value. So make sure that you send me an email at helen@helenmitas.com and you will get a newsletter so that you never miss it. Okay, so number one, let's go over this again. Number one key to business success is having the courage to speak up, to have conversations about who you are and what you believe in, to have the courage to be criticized, to have the courage to be judged, to have the courage, but those people who are judging you and criticizing you and speaking ill of you are really just bringing out what they fear to do themselves. So we don't worry about those people. We just head down, bum up, and move forward. Number 2, what is the second most important ingredient for your business success? Action. You need to do it. You need to do it. It's not just about reading or listening to videos, or reading and listening to information, or reading and listening to strategies. If you don't do it, it's pointless. So we've all heard the saying, right? That knowledge is not power, because how is it powerful when you know something? It's not powerful. It's only powerful when you do it, when you actually take actions and do it. So do what scares you. Meet people, put yourself out there. If I can think about the most scariest thing that I've ever done, and there's been a lot of them, and every time I have stepped up, it's been because I've been scared to do something and gone outside my comfort zone. So one of the scariest things I've ever done was, which I said I would never do, was do a stage hypnosis show in the United States in front of 250 people. So that was after a whole day of training, 2.5 hours away. So I was in St. Louis, and I was training for an entire day, a group of students there, and I had to train them the next day, and the car ride was 2.5 hours away to a college auditorium, and I've never done stage hypnosis before in my life. And do you think I was scared? Do you think I was petrified? Do you think I had every single excuse as to why I shouldn't do it? And if you want to see it, go to my YouTube channel, Hypnosis Business Success, and have a look at that particular demonstration, because it is videotaped. But I was petrified, but I took action, because I said to myself, if I don't do this, then everything I say to everybody else is meaningless. I've got to do the scariest thing I can think of, so that I can actually speak my truth, so that people know that when I say something, I'm not just bullshitting, I speak my truth. I do what I say to do. I do what I ask you to do. I always say to my hypnotherapists that I train, never, ever, ever, ever ask one of your clients to do some sort of task that you would not do yourself. How dare you say to your clients to do exercise if you can't be bothered doing it yourself? It's just, it's not aligned, and they can feel that you're not aligned. So whatever you ask your clients to do, you need to do it yourself. You need to be a talking, living example, not just a talking example of living your truth. So let's go through that again in terms of the 2 most important ingredients to your business success, bar none, is number 1, courage. Courage to speak your truth, say who you are, and be a living example of that truth. Be courageous. Number 2, take action. And think about the people that you know that are successful. Do they do those 2 things without fail? Are they courageous? Do they take action? Yes, 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 yes. So irrespective of strategy, irrespective of marketing strategy, irrespective of what copy you're going to put onto your website, irrespective of how you're going to write your newsletters, if you don't do those 2 things, if you continue to hide behind a computer, because that's the safest thing to do, is to fix our website, it's the safest thing to do is to send out newsletters, that's really safe, it's not going to get you clients. Okay, that's not going to get you clients. What is going to get you clients is people understanding who you are, and then wanting to be a part of that and feeling inspired and connected, and then coming to you for help and assistance. So you need to get out of your own way, be courageous, embody what we help our clients become, and take action. So they're the 2 most important ingredients to your business success. So every week I do a live Q&A or a Top Tips Thursday segment here. So if you do miss out, make sure that you email me at helen@helenmitas.com, and I will send you a newsletter with this link every single week. For the rest of you, I am so thrilled. I cannot wait. I'll be presenting my half-day workshop in Melbourne, my hometown, my home city. I was born in the centre of Melbourne. I was born in Lonsdale Street. I'm the only person in my family that's actually born in Australia. So my elder siblings were all from Cyprus, and my dad calls me my only kangaroo. So in the whole family, he's got 5 kids, but I'm his only kangaroo. So very, very proud to be, and honoured and humbled to be presenting in my hometown this Sunday in Melbourne for my half-day workshop. Stacks of value. The AHA have given it 5 CPD points to put onto your CPD certified professional points for your AHA record. And then in a couple of weeks' time, I'll be in Sydney, Brisbane, and the Gold Coast. So see you all there, and make sure that you stay connected to your community. Okay, stay connected to your community. You are not alone. We're here together. Together we are stronger. Together we are stronger to do what it takes to be mainstream and not alternative in our profession. So let's do this. See you later.